Continue to heat up. The folks from Lubbock Power and Light want you to know how you can work at keeping your power bill low. Here to give us everything you need to know and some of those tips are Matt Rose. Matt, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with, we were just talking about this. One of my friends, her bill in April was like $197. May came along, very warm May, and her bill was around almost $300.
Right.
And so a lot of people are wondering, what's with the big jump in the power bill?
Well, every single year, not just here in Lubbock, but all over the state of Texas, you typically see your average energy consumer as you go from May to June to July into August really use double or triple what they used in the spring months.
Right.
And that's because you're really looking at the temperatures outside and how hard your AC unit is working as you get into the hotter months. This year has been a little bit unique in that it got so hot so early in the year, and we started seeing 100-degree temperatures in May. So we're kind of ahead of where we normally are, but this is the typical jump that you see every year.
Right, so something to be expected, but people can kind of do little things around their house to kind of combat that and maybe make their bills a little bit lower. What are some of those things that they can do?
First and foremost, just remember that your AC unit is the #1 consumer of energy in your home during the summer months. And so we hear this a lot. People say, I didn't change any of my habits and yet my bill doubled as I went in the summer. And that's because you have to think of it this way. Your home is a box. And if you want the temperature inside of that box to be 72 degrees and it's 72 outside, you don't have to do that much.
Right, exactly.
But if it's 100 degrees, which we saw, I think like 19 days over the past however many, over 100.
It's hot.
It's got to work a lot.
Right.
So what do you do to help your AC unit work more efficiently? #1, we say make sure that you're changing out your air filters so that they're not clogged with debris. Here in Lubbock, we have a lot of dusts, and so you got to make sure that happens. #2, check doors, windows for any cracks where cool air may be escaping. Long term, the best thing you can do is make sure your house is well insulated, and the more vegetation you can plant around your home, it'll make it all that much easier to keep it cool inside.
Okay, and you know what my fiance does? He loves having the windows open during the day. He loves having the blinds open. I go, if we're not here, keep the blinds closed.
Keep them closed. And I know there are a lot of folks out there right now that have kids that are home for the summertime, and so some of these things are not really feasible, but as much as you can, especially if you leave during the day to go to work, use your blinds because all of that sunlight that's coming in is heating up your house. So use your blinds, adjust your thermostat up 8 degrees, but don't go any more than 8 degrees because your AC unit will work pretty hard when you get home at the end of the day. And if you do have to have your blinds open, angle them towards the ceiling, because if they're angled towards the ground, it heats up the floor and your entire home is going to really have a hard time cooling down at night.
Take note, Sam. Take note of that, exactly. If anyone still has questions about their bill, how can they get help with that?
Sure. Go onto our website, lpnl.com, and we have a section that is called Powerful Pointers. We partner with Energy Star. We have all sorts of tips there in terms of how you can control your usage. But if you have a question about your bill, not just LPNL, but the City of Lubbock water, wastewater, stormwater, solid waste, you can call 775-2509, and one of the customer reps there for City of Lubbock Utilities will be happy to assist you any way we possibly can. All
right, Matt Rose, thank you so much. A lot of good information to help you keep your power bill a little bit lower this summer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
After the break, the folks at the Science Spectrum are here for Mad Science Monday. Stay with us.